She thought she had time. That's the dangerous lie so many believe, that the person who loves them today will always love them tomorrow. She thought no matter what, you'd be there, even if she pulled back, even if she ignored your texts, even if she treated your attention as disposable. But one day, without warning, reality hit. She looked for you, and you were gone. Not physically, maybe, but emotionally. The man who once waited for her response now waits for no one. The man who once placed her at the center of his world is now building a new world. One where she no longer exists. It doesn't explode like fireworks. It's quiet, subtle, but it cuts deeper than any argument. Because nothing terrifies the human heart more than realizing I am no longer wanted. 2. The power of detachment. Power doesn't live in words. It doesn't live in chasing. It doesn't live in convincing someone of your worth. True power lives in detachment. When you stop needing her validation, everything shifts. Suddenly, you're not desperate. You're not reactive. You're not anchored to her moods. You've returned to yourself, and women can sense it. They feel the absence of emotional pull, the quiet shift in your presence. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to post about it. You don't have to prove it. The way you carry yourself, the way your eyes no longer search for hers, the way your energy no longer bends around her, it tells the story for you. Detachment is not indifference. It's not bitterness. It's mastery. It's knowing you still have love to give, but you will never again waste it on someone who doesn't value it. Number 3, the mirror effect. When you were chasing, she held the mirror. She reflected back to you who you thought you were, a man in pursuit. She controlled the frame. But when you detach, that mirror flips. Now she's the one staring into her reflection, wondering what she lost. Your silence becomes her reminder. Your absence becomes her haunting. She starts replaying moments. He used to text me every morning. Why hasn't he? He always cared about my opinion. Why doesn't he now? And the irony is this. You didn't do it to punish her. You did it to free yourself. But in freeing yourself, you placed her in chains of doubt. Chains she forged with her own hands. That is the mirror effect. Your growth becomes her regret. The truth, women don't regret losing the man who begged. They regret losing the man who transformed. They regret the man who outgrew them. And here's the secret. Once that regret sets in, it never fully leaves. She may move on, she may find someone else, but every time she thinks of you, there will be a whisper in her chest. What if I hadn't let him go? 5. Your transformation. This is where the story flips. The day you truly move on is the day you begin to rise. Your transformation is not immediate, it's forged in fire. At first, it's pain, the silence burns, the loss feels unbearable. But in that silence, you begin to see clearly. You begin to notice the parts of yourself you abandoned while chasing her, so you rebuild. Yesterday, emplace your body, not to impress her, but to master yourself. You sharpen your mind, not to argue with her, but to conquer your own doubts. You strengthen your spirit, not to plus them. You still having nor, not to even nor. You still having nor I came, when to mine deals, when to on, and ready to bang on many, to invade, when your and, you to follow out self. You stalk first her wiven and date. You stage, you stow not, and many one. You stow notice that you know in mind to on. You stow notice in the side your spirit, not to win her back, but to walk through life unshaken. And the beauty is this: the transformation is visible. People notice, friends notice, strangers notice, even she notices. Because the man she knew is gone. In his place stands someone stronger, calmer, more powerful. You've become the rarest kind of man, the man who lost but refused to stay broken. 6. The unshakable lesson. Here's the truth. Life will test you with people who think you'll never leave. They mistake your kindness for weakness, your loyalty for dependency, your patience for blindness. But the day you walk away, the test ends, and the real story begins. The unshakable lesson is this: your worth is not determined by anyone else's recognition. It never was. When she realizes you've truly moved on, she doesn't just lose you. She loses the version of herself that was powerful because you were available. But you gain freedom. You gain clarity. You gain the peace that comes from knowing you no longer need her to validate your existence. That's what Stoicism teaches. Detachment from what you cannot control. Control of your response. Mastery of yourself. The man who lives by these principles is not bitter, not vengeful, not broken. He is simply free. And that freedom is unforgettable. 7. The eternal return. Here's the irony. Many times, once you've moved on, she comes back. Sometimes months later, sometimes years, but here's the difference. You are no longer the same man. So I'll leave you with this. Moving on is not about her. It's about you. It's about taking the pain, the silence, the rejection, and forging yourself into someone greater than before. She will feel it. She will notice it. She may even regret it. But none of that matters. Because you didn't move on to win her back. You moved on to win yourself. Now, I'll ask you, have you ever experienced this? Have you ever walked away only to realize you didn't lose her? You found yourself? Share your story in the comments. Like if you're building yourself. Subscribe if you're ready to master your emotions, embrace Stoic wisdom, and rise stronger than ever before. Because in the end, when she realizes you've truly moved on, the truth is simple. She lost you. But you found you.